Hi, everyone. I have my client Shay Salama with me today. She's in Anaheim, California. Say hi, Shay.
Hi guys, it's Shay.
And for the next few minutes, we're going to have a conversation, and I'm going to help Shay create a business plan to achieve her goal for the next 12 months in real estate. So, Shay, you've been in real estate, you've had a license for about a year, right?
Weird.
Yes.
Yes,
And you're working full time in real estate, correct?
currently now, yes. Before I wasn't. So I've been
Okay.
working currently full time for the past couple months.
Couple of months. Okay. And you have a small child, you told me, right? A
Yeah.
9-year old.
9-year-old
Okay.
boy, my baby.
Ah, you're a
Have
beautiful little
the-
boy. Ah, there he is. And this is great because there are a lot of viewers that have a family, that have obligations, obviously, and how to and some of the viewers are watching and they're working part-time in real estate. So having a child is almost like working part-time, right? Because you have a
Yeah,
lot of things to juggle.
definitely.
So Shay, uh, for the last few months, you said you've been full time in real estate. What have you been doing?
So I've been doing mostly open houses. I try to do them every weekend. Maybe I miss a couple weekends here and there. I've been doing a lot of your lessons. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I've gotten a couple listing appointments.
Okay.
Um, but no transactions closed yet.
Okay. Have you set a goal for the next 12 months and how many closed transactions you want to have?
I want to acquire about 4 to 5 listings a month, one for every week.
Hmm.
Um,
Okay, that's
and
an aggressive
goal
goal. It's totally
is that
doable.
aggressive?
If you're in the community and on the live calls, I've been saying for the last few months, every sales ex client should be taking one listing per week. So
Okay,
you're right on track. Okay. And so let's call it for 12 months, 48 listings, four per month.
okay.
Okay. How many closed transactions do you want to have in the next 12 months?
I would say like at least half of those, so
Okay.
24.
24.
That's the
Okay.
goal.
Tell me with confidence, not with enough.
24.
24.
I want 24 closed listings.
Okay. 24 closed transactions. What do you want the ratio of buyers versus listings sold to be for those 24 transactions?
Um, Maybe not too much. I don't know if I mean, I will take anything I can. So maybe let's just say half then.
Yeah, no, when we set a goal, we need to make a decision. So
Okay.
you're thinking 12 listings sold and 12 buyer sales?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So for everyone watching, when you set a goal, it has to be something that you're committed to it. This is what I'm doing and that's it. So you got to think it through and set a goal that you're going to be passionate about. So what are we settling on, Shay?
Um, let's do okay. So if we have 24, um, let's do 10 of those buyers.
Okay. So I'm just curious because obviously you're one of my clients and you do know that I don't necessarily recommend working with buyers, right?
Yeah.
Focusing on listings. Okay. And I'm not going to talk you out of it right now. Let's say 14 listings sold and 10 buyer sales. Okay. Good. Is that what we're good with?
Yeah, let's
Okay.
do that.
Now, to actually get 14 listings sold, Shay, you don't need to take 48 listings.
Really? Okay.
So I want you to think about it, okay? Just it's easy math here because I can't do a lot of complicated math in my head, but this one I think we could do it together. If you were to take one listing a week, and we would call it 48 listings in the next 12 months, and 12 of them, or 14 of them, sorry, 14 of them sell, what happens with the other 34?
Maybe they get put in like a rotation, a lead rotation, not lead rotation. Something you keep checking up with them.
Okay, hold on. We're talking about listings taken, correct? 48
Yeah.
listings taken?
Yeah.
Yes? Is that what you told me? You want to take one listing per week?
Yeah.
That's 4 listings per month. In
Mhm.
12 months, we have 48 listings taken.
Yeah.
And your goal is 24, 10 will be buyers, so 14 will be listings sold. Are we good so far?
Yeah, if we can make them all listings, that'd be great. If I don't have to work
Well,
with
I mean,
buyers,
it's your goal, not mine. I mean, if it was
yeah,
up to me, I would say, why do you want to work? I mean, why do you
yeah,
want to work with buyers? I would be asking you that question in a few minutes. We're settling on the goal. So
yeah.
you tell me, it's your goal, not mine.
I think let's skip the buyers completely. Like I want to have like one goal, one focus. I want to get the listings. I want to sell the homes, and maybe that'll be my niche. I want that to be my niche.
Okay, great. So you're my client, so I bow down to that. Yes, that's where we want to be. So you're going to take 48 listings and 24 are going to sell and close.
That sounds doable. If I could do
Okay.
two
You
listings
should
a
be
month.
you should be writing this down. I mean,
Yeah.
it's going to be on YouTube, so you're going to watch it. Okay, so your goal is to take one listing per week, which equals 48 listings per year, and get 24 listings sold. So
Yeah.
now I'm going to help you and I'm going to basically tell you what to do to make that happen. Okay?
Yeah. Tell me, Jackie.
Okay, great. So what is your daily schedule that you have a child and I don't know your obligations. So what are the hours that you're able to work?
I come back from the gym from 8:45 until 1:45. I'm all for work. I don't have him. I pick him up from school at 2, and
Okay?
then he has like jujitsu or something, and then I could do a couple hours after that. But from 8:45 to 1:45, I'm all work.
Okay. Okay. I'm assuming because you mentioned gym that you go to the gym in the morning. Is there any way to arrange your schedule so you could start at 8 a.m.?
Okay, I could, yeah,
You
yeah.
sure?
8 a.m. Yes. I drop him off at school at 7:45, and then I go to the gym. But if I need to take out the gym from that hour and do it another time, that's totally fine.
So you can
So we can start at
rearrange
8 a.m.
the gym. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Okay.
So Shay, what is the average sales price of a residential property in Anaheim where you sell real estate?
About 500,000.
500,000. I don't know what commission you want to earn for the purposes of this conversation. I'm going to assume 3%. Okay.
Yeah.
And obviously, you have your split with your broker. That's another conversation. So, what is 24 closed transactions times $15,000?
360,000.
That is what you will earn if you take 48 listings and sell 24 of them. Okay. How does that sound to think about earning $360,000 in the next 12 months?
That sounds amazing. I would love that.
You would love that. Okay.
Yeah.
Would you be willing to do whatever I tell you to do to earn 360,000?
100%.
Okay. It's not going to be easy, okay? You're not going to be doing whatever you want. You're going to actually have to follow a system and follow a schedule. You're already part of my training, so it should be easy for you. It really should, okay?
Yeah.
So, Shay, I'm not going to go through what you do prior to 8 a.m. I know you have a child. You're going to have to go through the lessons on the SalesX platform. You're going to have to develop your skills. You're going to have to strengthen your mindset. You're going to have to do all of that stuff. And I'm going to let you find the time for that within your obligations, okay? Your family and your life obligations. So, here's what you're going to do Monday through Friday, and I'm also going to give you work Saturday morning. Not too much from, let's call it from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. You're going to work on Saturday. Sundays, you're off, okay? Okay, Shay, I see you're making notes. Monday through Friday at 8 a.m., you need to be dialing the phone and calling new expired listings.
Expired. Okay.
No exceptions. New expireds, the ones that expired that day, those are the new ones. They expired yesterday, they're not new anymore, they're old. Okay? Okay. Now, right after you finish calling all of your new expireds, you're going to call for sale by owners. Write that down.
How long should I spend on each? About an hour?
You're going to start at 8 a.m. You're going to call those new expireds until you finish that list for today's expireds. Okay? Then you're going to call for sale by owners. You're going to start with the newer ones, the ones that came up today, and you're going to go in chronological order backwards.
Okay.
Got it? When you finish calling your for sale by owners, you're going to call old expireds in chronological order backwards, meaning you already called today's, so the old ones would be yesterday and the day before yesterday, and you're going to go back 7 days.
Okay.
You're going to do this every single day, Monday through Friday. Saturday morning, you can start at 9 a.m. You're going to call your new expireds and the new for sale by owners. That's all you have to do on Saturday.
Okay.
When you finish calling the expireds and for sale by owners, you're going to call for rent by owners. These are sellers that have their property obviously up for rent, but they would consider selling it if they actually thought that that would be possible. If they had confidence that they could find an agent that can get it sold, they would consider selling. So those are your next calls. You're going to be on the phone for rent by owners. After the for rent by owners, you're going to call neighborhoods. So you're gonna choose a neighborhood to focus on. Okay? And you're gonna pull up phone numbers and you're gonna call systematically through that neighborhood. Okay? And you're gonna spend from 8 a.m. until 12 p.m. Those 4 hours, that's all you're going to do. You're going to make phone calls and talk to people about selling real estate. If you find a buyer, you got to find a buyer's agent in your office or someone you could refer the buyers to. Okay? In the beginning of the conversation, like, well, yeah, I'll work with some buyers. You're not going to be able to take one listing a week if you're working with buyers, especially because you're brand new. You need to put all of your focus, all of your attention on one thing. Buyers are very time consuming and extremely distracting. So if you start showing properties to buyers, you're not going to be able to do what I just told you to do. Okay? And I want you to stop doing open houses. You're doing open houses for other agents, I imagine, from your office. Yeah. Stop it. You're no longer available to do that. Okay? Now you're going to build your own business by having conversations with sellers every day, Monday through Saturday. And those conversations are for you to find sellers. So why are you calling expired listings, for sale by owners, for rent by owners, neighborhoods? So you could find someone who wants to sell and you could set an appointment. And those expired FSBOs for rent by owners are the people that we already know. Expired FSBOs for sure they want to sell. For rent by owners, maybe. So we're going down and calling them in the order of the highest probability that they would actually want to meet with you. Does that make sense to you?
Yes. Highest probability to lowest. But I'm on the phone all.
Yes. And if you find a buyer in one of these calls, what are you going to do?
Refer it to an agent.
You're sure?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Shay, what could possibly, okay, hold on. This is very important. So I was going to ask you a question, but I want to mention something else. When you're making these calls, you're going to write this down. You're going to let the phone ring 4 times. 4 rings. They don't answer the phone, hang up, dial the next number. Don't leave messages. Okay? That's the plan.
I don't leave a voicemail, a text, anything?
No. 4 rings. No answer, hang up. If you happen to get a voicemail before the 4th ring, which 99.9% of the time you won't. Voicemails pick up after. If you do, still hang up. Okay, do not leave messages for these people. Got it? Okay.
Now, if they don't answer, do I call them again? Do I try call them again another time?
Okay, that's a good question. Hold on to that question for a little while, okay? I just want you to focus on these new ones first. If they don't answer, when you finish by 12 p.m., now you're done, right? You put in your 4 hours. You're gonna, in these 4 hours, the goal is for you to speak with 10 people per hour. Write that down. So you can't be messing around. You can't get distracted. You can't be researching. You can't be interrupted. You gotta stay focused. You gotta build rhythm, momentum. That's what you're doing. Okay? Every hour, you can take a 10-minute break. Okay. So you don't want to be getting up in the middle of your hour. No, when you put in an hour, you take a 10-minute break, you go to the bathroom, you go get a drink, and that's it. 10 minutes later, you come back. In these 10 minutes, don't get on your email. Don't start looking at text messages. Your phone should be on Do Not Disturb. It's so easy to just be pulled away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
By anything, basically. So your phone is on Do Not Disturb. People know they cannot get a hold of you. Okay? Maybe the only exception that you could put to your Do Not Disturb is your child's school. You know, I have children, so I mean, they're grown up. But I always want to be available, and that's it. Nothing else. Let everybody in your life know. Don't call me between 8 and 12 p.m. because I don't answer the phone. a.m., not p.m. 8 a.m. to 12 p.m., I don't answer the phone. So now, by the time you put in these 4 hours, you talk to at least 10 people. Here's the next super important thing. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You're going to use my scripts. You're a SalesX client. You have the practice scripts, you have the script book, and when you look at those scripts, and I trust you've used them before, I don't know how much prospecting you've done, because you told me you've been going through lessons, you're doing open houses. I don't know if you've done this or not. When you first look at them, you may feel a little bit, I'm going to use the word intimidated, but it's like, oh, I don't know if I could say to an expired, I am confident that I can sell your house, or say to a FSBO, if I can benefit you financially. I want you to just trust me. Use the scripts and say them the way that they're written.
You're not wrong. The couple of listings I did get, I used your scripts, and they loved how confident I sounded. It was just a matter of doing it in person as well. But they completely worked.
So don't get distracted with other scripts, because I know there's so many different things out there that you can do. I want you to stay focused on using my scripts for over the phone conversations and the appointment. And in the beginning, it's not going to be perfect. It doesn't need to be perfect, okay? You don't need to know it all. You just need to use the scripts and do your very best. When it comes to the listing presentations, there's a lot of training material on the SalesX platform on every little part of the listing presentation. There, I don't know, more than 20 live role plays that I've done. You could watch all of them and actually listen to them too. When you're driving your car, wherever you're going, you're in the gym, have Jackie in your ear, because you're learning. Yeah, it's a great opportunity.
That's actually very smart. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever it is that you're doing throughout the day, since you have other obligations, when it's possible, that's what you should be listening to. You download the app on your phone because you're learning as you go. Skills lessons, mindset, presentation, whatever skills you need to be working on. Okay. The people that don't answer the phone at 12 p.m., you're going to expireds and FSBOs and for rent by owners. The neighborhood calls, no, just those three. Text them. Okay? At the end of your 4 hours. And it's going to be a copy paste. You type one text and you send the same text to everybody. Are you ready?
Okay, ready.
This is Shay. I'm a local real estate agent. I have a couple of quick questions about your home. Please give me a call at, put your phone number. Thank you. Copy paste to everyone. Okay? Expireds and for sale by owners that don't answer the phone in the morning. Dial them again, second attempt, between 6 and 7 p.m. Now, I don't know what your schedule is with your son. We're talking just an hour, Monday through Friday. Okay? Saturday, you don't have to do that. You're going to make a second attempt for 1 hour in the late afternoon, early evening. Here's an important, okay, great. Here's an important strategy. You want to make sure that when you get somebody on the phone and you're able to set an appointment, you're setting appointments for the same day. You're going to have to figure out your schedule, okay? I'm only telling you what to do from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 6 to 7 p.m. That entire block in the afternoon, I know you got to pick up your son, you got to do this, you got to do that. But if you don't set same day appointments, your chances of taking those listings, even when you set an appointment, the more time it goes by between setting the appointment and going on the appointment, the less chance you have of taking the listing. So if you actually want listings, you're going to have to figure out how to make this work. Okay? It's not going to be easy. My first 2 years in real estate, I only worked nights and weekends. I had 2 small children too. So I understand this is not always easy, but your highest probability is going on same day appointments. Okay. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail on it here, but on your SalesX training platform, there are lessons that you can watch where I teach closing for appointments, okay? Asking for the appointment. You have scripts, you have lessons to learn. So a strategy. When you get somebody on the phone, they answer hello, they start a conversation with you. Expireds, FSBOs, even for my owners, even neighborhood calls, they're probably going to give you some kind of objection. Yeah. Okay? You're going to handle the objection the way that I teach, materials all there. You're going to ask for the appointment, which is the last thing you do when you handle an objection. They give you another objection, you're going to handle it and ask for the appointment again, at least 5 times. You cannot hang up on a call without asking for the appointment at least 5 times. Okay. Shay, what part of this makes you nervous? That's it. I'm not going to give you anything else. What part of this plan makes you nervous?
Nervous. Just the talking to people, getting. Actually, the number one thing that makes me nervous is when I do get the listing appointment, just going in there and being as confident as I was over the phone, right there in front of their face.
Yep. Okay. Okay. It's normal, that's really isn't it? It's normal. You haven't done a lot of it. It's new to you. Yes? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. I'm sure that's going to come with repetition and
it's the only way, repetition. But repetition is not only going on these appointments and doing it. Of course, that's a huge part of it. Repetition is also the practice that you put in before. That's why I said there over 20 listing presentation role plays you can listen to right there. It's right on your call app, right at the top of it. So the more you're listening to it, you're working out, you're lifting weights, you're like, yeah, you do say this. it's getting in your mind, even if you're not 100% focused on it. Now, you should also, every free time you have, sit on your computer and actually make sure that you're listening to the lessons with full attention, right? Not only when you're doing things here and there. So that's gonna come the more you practice and the more you do it. And you know that to be true. That's how it is with everything, right?
Yeah.
So, Shay, 12 months from now, because you may be thinking, oh, I don't know if you're thinking that or not. Maybe the people watching are thinking, wow, that many calls and all of this stuff she has to do. We're talking about $360,000 in 1 year.
Worth it.
Yeah. And when you think about it, getting 24 listings sold out of 48 taken, that's 50%. That is a low standard. Okay. You're going to disappoint half of your sellers because you're going to list their property and not sell it. So it's not a very high standard, and it's okay for now, because if you're able to price these properties correctly, which is part of the listing presentation that I teach, you should be able to get more than 50% of these listings sold. So you could actually exceed the goal. Wouldn't that be amazing?
That'd be even better.
But even if you end up achieving the goal, you've been in real estate for 1 year, that would be phenomenal.
Yeah.
And it's not supposed to be easy. When I make it sound easy, oh, you just do this and that. Okay, I realize it's a lot, especially for someone brand new. But if you want to achieve the goal and you want it badly enough, you're going to do whatever it takes.
100%.
If you keep doing whatever comes your way, or doing open houses for other agents and working with buyers, I'm not saying you're not going to make any money, but you're not going to have a listings-based business, and it's not likely that you'll be able to end up with this many closed transactions. So
you're right.
That's
what I've been doing for months, and that's been my result. So,
do you have any final questions?
No, Jackie, I think you gave me the blueprint. I'm excited to follow it, and see where I go even from a week from now.
Yeah, you got to execute now and keep us posted. And a year from now, Shay, maybe we could do another YouTube video, creating some accountability with strangers here with you.
Yeah.
So you can update all the viewers on what you've done.
I'm sure everybody will want to know. I would like to see as well.
I definitely want to know. And of course, you're in my training, so I could ask you, but all the people watching, you have her first last name, she's in Anaheim, Shay Salama. Okay, get on Shay's case to follow the process so she could achieve her goals. Shay, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you so much, Jackie. I really appreciate taking your time.
We have a call in a few minutes, so I will see you soon, and we'll plan on doing this again so you can tell us that you've had an amazing year.
Yeah, I can't wait to tell you the exciting news I have.
Okay. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thank you, Shay. If anybody has any questions or comments, just put them below the video, and Shay and I can respond. Yes. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, Jackie.
Thank you. Bye-bye.